Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, time for another RWBY blind commentary. And yeah, no change to the face cam yet. I know I keep saying that I'm going to do that, but this week, again, it wasn't really optimal for it, because I'm going to be busy today, and I just wanted to make sure that I was able to get this out for you all. So this one's going to be the same way with the clouds. I mean, unless, miraculously, this one does not get blocked, because that's the thing. People, I've gotten a few comments just saying, like, oh, other people aren't getting blocked anymore. So you're free to upload the clean version without the clouds to YouTube. No, I am getting blocked still. I upload the clean version every single time just to test it out before I try the cloud version. And every single time so far, it's still gotten blocked. So other people might be having better luck now, but I am not. And just want to make that clear. But anyway, today it's Chapter 5 of Volume 5, and the title for this one is Necessary Sacrifice. A very intriguing title. I don't know what that would be about. Maybe something... I don't know. I assume we're going to be getting Blake in this episode, but I don't really know how that could relate to her. Isn't really... Yeah, I don't know. Because I think Blake will be here because she wasn't in the last one, and pretty much everyone else was. We might also get some of the villains, and maybe it'll refer to them. Maybe this will refer to like Salem or Cinder or something between them. I have always thought the song Sacrifice was somehow related to Salem and or Cinder, so that could be a thing, but I don't know. I really hope we get more with Yang and Weiss, though I get the bad feeling that maybe we won't. Maybe they'll skip an episode on that, just like build up the intrigue. I did really like the last episode. That one was my favorite so far. Glad to see the characters starting to finally get reunited. Now that happened, the Weiss Yang reunion, I think my whole idea of how it's going to go down has completely shifted. I now think that they're going to probably save the Bumblebee reunion for the very end. They're going to wait on that so it has just the absolute maximum impact when it comes. And I'm sure it will. Still hope it's this volume. I really want this volume. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, yeah. Nothing more to say, let's just go ahead and get this started. Okay, and here we go. Fairy tale, back to the show, back to the wall, now there's nowhere to go. Hopeless and desperate, all pass at first. Blake, yeah, they're about to get worse. RWBY. Alright, let's do this. Pretty excited. And looks like we're starting in Menagerie. Yep.
Okay, are you ready?
I've beat up on giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
Okay, so... collecting signatures.
Your chieftain needs you. Your people need you. Please, join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
Well, let's see how this goes. Not sure how many you'll get, but maybe a few.
Kidding me? We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Yeah.
Get back inside.
Okay.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm sure he was very skilled. Not going very well. Come on, there have to be a few.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Oh.
I don't get it! How can they just sit around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone is like you and me.
Yeah.
The faunus here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting, of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone.
Makes sense.
And here we are asking them to put the rest of the world before themselves.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Of course you
The
did.
problem is, whatever happens at Haven is going to affect them whether they like it or not. If Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the faunus. Everywhere.
Adam. He's the guy you used to...
Yeah, this is the first time you've really
with?
talked about him to Sun
Yes.
that we've seen.
Sorry. Forget I brought it up.
No, it's okay. Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word? Okay, well, I remember getting to know Ruby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity.
Okay.
After a while, I
That
saw
works.
Weiss was defiance, and Yang was strength.
Strength.
What am I?
Jury's still out on that one. But I'm leaning towards Ernest.
Yeah?
At first, I thought Adam was justice. Then I thought he was passion. But over time, I realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those things. He was spite. Not hatred, not rage, spite. He won't accept equality. Only
Yeah.
suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious. That's what worries me about Ilya. She's not like Adam, not yet at least. But I don't know how long that will last.
She was your friend, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She was. Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human. She could have lived a normal life if she wanted. But she didn't. I always admired that. She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young.
Yep, we
And she joined the White Fang. Like
heard
me,
this
she
story.
was more or less trained on the road alongside other faunus. She learned to survive, to defend herself. But as people like Sienna and Adam started to gain a following, she became more dangerous. I guess I did too. My parents tried to get me to leave with them, but I refused. I had Adam and Ilya, after all.
You know we're going to have to face her eventually.
Yeah.
I know.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and help her the way you helped me. You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be. I was drowning in guilt and fear. I tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And I can't give up on Ilya. It's about time I saved my friends for once.
Cool. Nice little speech from Blake. And back to this.
You're really getting better, huh?
Oh. Scene with these two.
Are you hungry? It's almost dinner time.
Yeah. That sounds good. I was about to call it a night anyway.
So, you've never fought before?
Just the occasional small grim. Nothing like this, though.
Wow, you look like a natural.
It's strange. I've only had this cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime.
Well, I mean,
Longer, even.
you've kind of had it for several.
I sound like a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, just a little. But at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time.
Combat ready. Aw. Aw.
Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
What do you mean?
I'm scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this? Who would ask for this?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
We
That's
all went
cool.
to Beacon because we wanted to help people. But you're right. None of us asked for this either. We just have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident? People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
When Beacon fell, I lost 2 of my friends,
Aw.
Penny Polandina and Pira Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change the fact that they were 2 of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pira thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking. And because of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win. And Penny was killed just to make a statement.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody. And that scares me most of all. Pira,
Aw.
Penny, I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt. That I didn't think about them every day since I lost them. That I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do. To keep moving forward.
There you go. Aw.
Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the fact that you're even trying says a lot about you.
Aw.
You're braver than you think.
Nice. That was a good little scene.
She really is remarkable, isn't she?
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
In some ways, yes. But in many others, no. She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable. A spark that can inspire others even in the darkest.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about that spark.
This must be really hard on her, too.
It most assuredly is.
Uh-huh. Message end.
Your thoughts
Oh.
are of no significance. If this is how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed, then we shall make it so.
Of course, brother. Still.
Come in.
What are these two up to?
Sister Ilya, thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Please, stand. We have wonderful news.
What is it?
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood. The operation was a success.
Okay.
Adam Taurus has claimed his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
Good. And Sienna?
Buried with...
Oh, she's the necessary
The
second.
other
That makes
branches
sense.
of the Fang have been given the story that was agreed upon.
A necessary sacrifice.
There we go.
We won't forget everything she did for us.
Indeed.
Your maturity and understanding in regards to this matter is appreciated, and it is why we've summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period.
Growth requires change.
And change can be painful.
If it's for the betterment of the Faunus, then it's a pain we can endure. What's our next mission?
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to reach Menagerie, but when it does, the citizens of Kuo Koana will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chief has spoken out against us.
It's my fault the Belladonnas had any ground to stand on.
Do not concern yourself with past failures, Ilya. Focus on the future. We have an opportunity for redemption.
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
And so, they must be silenced.
Silent?
Oh, yeah, she's not gonna like that.
They stand in the way of true progress for our people.
We would never put such a burden on you alone, of course. Your brothers and sisters will be at your side.
Yeah, she's not gonna accept that one
Relationship
as
with
a
their
necessary
daughter makes you an
sacrifice.
integral part of this operation.
Not Blake.
We know how close you were with young Blake.
How close were you?
I'm
still wondering about that.
Requested she be taken alive, but we cannot risk having her present to defend her family.
But the people of Menagerie...
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
And we'll be left without a leader until our victory is complete.
A necessary sacrifice, Sister Ilya.
Yeah.
She's right to worry about the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
It is a risk we must take for our High Leader.
Oh.
I will not allow them to ruin this. The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but grief. You've done well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family. I have a promise to keep.
Okay.
He seems unwell.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Are we sure he is the one to lead us?
For now,
Doesn't seem like a good idea to me,
we must
but
do what is best for the Faunus.
for now, that's interesting.
Brother Yuma.
Oh.
Did you see Tagira's messenger?
Oh, okay.
He rests beneath the waves.
Bird Faunus.
Along with his warning.
Then all is well.
Okay. I wonder what that's about. Interesting developments here. Lot to talk about. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode. Not as, like, exciting in terms of, like, big developments as last time, but it was still pretty interesting with a lot of little things that are, like, interesting to think about, and some pretty good scenes. It was, like, almost all Blake. There was that one Oscar Ruby scene, but everything else was Blake plot. I mean, not all of it had Blake in it, but it was her plot, which is still very much isolated from the rest of the plot, to a point that I'm not sure I like. I kind of wish it was like it was starting to get more like wrapped into the rest of the plot like the other ones are, because everything else seems very much in one place, not just literally as it's in like the Mistral area, but just in the sense that it's very much converging, but the Blake stuff still seems like totally removed, and I think it's about time it starts to come together a bit more. Though, I don't know. So yeah, we had a pretty good scene between Blake and Sun, her sort of like opening up a bit more, and actually laying out what Sun did for her, which is cool. And it is interesting to note how that is probably the first time Blake has directly spoken about Adam to Sun, because yeah, in the past when we've seen her talk about her past to him, she's been like purposely vague about everything, really. I mean, to the point where it's kind of given people the wrong impression about certain things. Like, she didn't tell him, oh, I was raised by the former leader of the White Fang. She said it was like I was born into it, which kind of could mean something else. And yeah, just stuff like that, and yeah, just being a bit more cryptic. Here she was really upfront and direct, telling him what Adam was to her, and also talking about her friends, which was nice to see. Yang is her strength. Yeah. And yeah, that was a pretty good scene, and I guess no one in Menagerie is really all that interested in going to fight, which kind of sucks, but yeah, what can you do? I mean, it makes sense why they aren't really lining up for it. But hopefully they find someone, though it looks like they have other things to maybe worry about. Ilya. So, yeah, Sienna is our necessary sacrifice, but there are more necessary sacrifices to come. Though, I'm not sure Ilya's going to go for it. I really don't know if she's quite the right person for the job. It is interesting to note how she was sort of regretful of her past failings, and I'm guessing that alludes to the whole situation last volume, which does kind of surprise me. I had that whole running theory that Blake was leaked to the plan intentionally, that the whole scroll incident was actually how they planned it, that she ended up with that, and that the desired effect was just to prompt Blake into action and draw her out. But if Ilya regrets how that went, I guess not. I guess that theory is officially killed. And it also kind of does raise a lot of questions about the effort Ilya put in there. She really let that go pretty easily if that wasn't the idea. Though I guess that's just how it is with her and Blake. She's completely incapable of actually fighting her. And in that case, she's really wrong for this. She really is not going to be able to kill Blake's parents or anything like that and capture Blake or whatever, which is what Adam said he wanted. But the other interesting thing to note there is how Corsic and Finnick, their loyalties are not fully with Adam. They were questioning him. They said he's unstable and he's probably not the best person to lead us long term. Which is actually good. It makes them a lot more intelligent, that they're independent and they actually see the obvious problems with Adam as a character. He is like insane and just this violent, sadistic ass, and he's not the best person to lead them long term. He is not really the best choice for the White Fang, and that really honestly makes Corsic and Finnick a lot more interesting as antagonists, that they are their own characters and they're not just followers of Adam, and they have probably their own plans, and I guess they plan to themselves take control, or maybe prop up this other guy, Yuma, who showed up at the end and was kind of nicely sinister, who apparently killed some messenger of Gira. I guess Gira sent a message to Haven. I can't recall if they actually told us that. They probably did. I think I just lose the details. But yeah, that was taken care of. That guy's dead, and no message going to Haven, no warning of what's to come, though they already kind of know because other people have said things. Or at least they have a sense. I don't know if they know exactly what's going to come. They don't know about the whole White Fang part of it, at least. That would be a useful message. If they were warning about the whole plot to kill Sienna, then that was way too late. Warning definitely wouldn't have got there in time. But I'm interested to see what this Yuma guy's all about, what his role is going to be. He seems like a interesting character. Bird faunus, I was always wondering if that would be a thing. Actual faunus with wings, because that's really cool. That's a animal trait that really gives you an advantage. I mean, more than any of the other ones we've seen so far. Just being able to fly, that's pretty special. And yeah, the only other thing was the Oscar and Ruby scene, which was really, really nice. I mean, it was good. It was good to hear Ruby actually talking about Pyrrha and Penny, and actually conveying that sense of what she lost, and also using it to push Oscar in the right direction and encourage him, and convince him to keep going. And it shows Ruby's character, her strength of character, and it was just a good scene for her, because she is still supposed to be the main character, even though it doesn't seem like it at some times. But that was a good scene for reminding us of that, and it was also good for Oscar, showing him really struggling in the face of everything that's been thrust upon him. And yeah, that was just a good little scene period, and yeah, it was all pretty good. And yeah, I'm eager to see what happens from here. I'm guessing next episode we'll go back to Raven and Yang and Weiss and all that, and yeah, maybe we'll check in with Cinder or Salem or those people, because we really haven't in a while. But and I mean, they're heavily in the intro, Cinder and her crew, so they gotta be showing up again soon sometime. But I guess we'll see. And yeah, that really pretty much covers it. Anyway, I hope you liked the commentary, let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.